Hello everyone, welcome to Channel Dot in the ever-evolving TV landscape. Few franchises have gripped the American imagination quite like Yellowstone. From the opening frames of Broken Land and Broken Men to the poetic brutality of power, the saga of the Dutton family has been as cinematic as it is primal. And now, with the original patriarch Kevin Costner seemingly riding off into the sunset, both on-screen and off, the burden of carrying the torch is falling to none other than Luke Grimes, a man whose character Kayce Dutton is as layered as the Montana skyline is wide. But this isn't just a changing of the guard. With the newly announced spinoff Marshals, Taylor Sheridan and his team are poised to reinvent the Western wheel, and Luke Grimes has confirmed that some familiar faces will return. That one sentence has lit the internet on fire, igniting fan theories, casting rumors, and emotional debates across the fandom, and behind it all, a quiet war of creativity, a battle between legacy, innovation, and personal pride. With Costner's departure casting a long shadow, let's ride deep into the heart of this moment, what it means, creatively, emotionally, and narratively. Why is Marshals such a pivotal gamble? How does Luke Grimes' rise fit into the shifting Yellowstone cosmos? And why might this spin-off be the most creatively daring chapter yet? Chapter 1. The Legacy Cracks. Let's begin with the fault line. Kevin Costner, for 5 seasons. Costner's John Dutton has been the beating heart of Yellowstone, a man whose every decision oozed with gravity, grit, and legacy. Costner's real-life love for westerns, including his ambitious Horizon film series, made him the perfect embodiment of the modern cowboy archetype. But as creative tensions reportedly simmered between Costner and creator Taylor Sheridan, what began as a symphony began sounding like two musicians playing in different keys. Sheridan wanted one path. Costner wanted another. This creative divergence cracked open the very foundation of the Dutton saga. Fans were confused. Castmates were silent. And yet, within the chaos, something interesting happened. A creative opportunity emerged. Instead of trying to preserve a fractured status quo, Sheridan embraced the chance to rebuild. The result? A bold shift toward Kayce Dutton, John's youngest, most conflicted son, and a new chapter that could blend frontier justice with federal enforcement. And that's how Marshals was born. Chapter 2, Kayce's New Frontier. In a franchise obsessed with land, law, and blood, Kayce Dutton has always been the outlier. A Navy SEAL turned reluctant rancher. A killer with a conscience. A man who doesn't just fight, he mourns. While John Dutton ruled through politics and power, Kayce moved through intuition and instinct. His decisions were quieter but often more impactful. In many ways, Kayce represents the soul of the franchise, wounded, humble, and deeply human. So what happens when that soul becomes a marshal? Creatively, this opens enormous potential. For the first time, the Yellowstone universe can break free from the ranch and enter a law enforcement procedural realm. But don't expect your average FBI drama beats. This is still Sheridan's world. Poetic, bloody, and morally gray, Kayce's work as a U.S. Marshal will likely involve clashes between federal authority and local codes. A theme Yellowstone has hinted at since its first episode. Expect fugitives who are also folk heroes. Cartels in the desert, reservations and militias. Cowboy law versus federal law. And through it all, a man caught between his past and future. Chapter 3. The return of familiar faces. When Luke Grimes teased that some familiar characters would return, the fandom went into overdrive. Who? Why? And most importantly, how? Let's play creatively here, with no spoilers, just rich possibilities. 1. Monica, Kelsey Aspill, Kayce's wife and emotional anchor. Monica is central to Kayce's identity. If he's going to travel, the country enforcing the law, her presence or absence will shape his psyche. Will she follow him? Will she stay back with Tate? Or will Marshals explore their relationship through tension, loss, or even tragedy? Imagine Rip showing up to help Kayce with a job that's personal, something bloody, off the books. These two men respect each other more than they admit. Rip's moral complexity is perfect for a Marshall storyline where justice isn't black or white. 3. Jamie, Wes Bentley. Oh, the drama. Jamie's evolution from lawyer to killer has made him one of the most fascinating characters. Could he show up as a legal adversary? A fugitive? A shadow from Kayce's past? His presence could bring rich legal and emotional conflict. 4. Thomas. Rainwater, Gil Birmingham. Kayce has always respected native authority more than most Duttons. Rainwater's involvement could deepen the storyline's exploration of land. Law and sovereignty. 5. Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley. Let's be honest. Sheridan knows what fans crave. Even a single cameo from Beth would set screens ablaze, her fire against Kayce's calm. Gold. These returns, if handled creatively, don't have to feel forced. They can function like ghosts of a previous life, haunting a man trying to find redemption in a badge. Chapter 4. A franchise at a crossroads. From a franchise perspective, why? Marshals is a fascinating creative pivot, unlike 1883 or 1923, which expanded the Yellowstone world backward. This spin-off pushes forward, thematically and temporally. It's a rare chance to reboot without erasing the past. For Taylor Sheridan, this is also about survival. Losing Costner wasn't just a narrative blow. It was a branding nightmare. So why? Marshals must prove that the soul of Yellowstone isn't tied to a single actor. Instead, it's tied to themes: loyalty, sacrifice, honor, family, and the cost of justice. This new series is an opportunity to evolve the franchise, to fuse Western grit with modern dilemmas: cartels, government corruption, veteran PTSD, native rights, land wars. There's rich soil here, both emotionally and creatively. Chapter 5. The Creative. High-stakes Luke Grimes stepping into the lead is a fascinating creative challenge. Until now, Kayce has been a slow-burn character. Reserved, reactive. But why? Marshals demands leadership, bold choices. Emotional risks. Can Grimes deliver? If he does, this could be a Matthew McConaughey moment, the quiet heartthrob turning into a gritty powerhouse. Sheridan clearly believes in him. And if the writing leans into Kayce's pain, duty, and faith, remember his spiritual vision in Season 4, we may witness one of TV's most compelling transformations, and creatively, this puts the pressure on everyone else too. The supporting cast, the music, the cinematography. It's not enough to recycle what worked in Yellowstone. Why? Marshals must feel like a natural evolution, not a knockoff. Chapter 6. The Kevin Costner Shadow. Let's talk about it. Costner's departure isn't just a personnel shift, it's a wound. For millions of fans, Yellowstone is Costner. His gravel-voiced speeches, his stoic presence, his emotional restraint. The Horizon drama, his personal multi-part Western epic, has complicated things further. Some fans feel betrayed. Others admire his passion. But either way, Sheridan had to write around it. So how does Marshals creatively reckon with John Dutton's absence? Does he die off-screen? Do they reference him quietly as a shadow figure, still feared, still respected? Or do they pretend he never existed? Whatever Sheridan chooses will send a message. It'll either be an act of respect or defiance. And in that choice lies the beating heart of why. Marshals' success or failure. Final chapter. The creative frontier ahead there. Something poetic about this moment. A cowboy rides away, not in glory, but in controversy. A younger man steps into the dust trail, unsure if he's leading or just surviving. The old guard fades. The new story begins. This is not just television. It's myth-making. Why? Marshals has the potential to reinvent the modern Western, to fuse genre with character in fresh ways, and to turn a messy real-life exit into a story of emotional and creative growth. Luke Grimes isn't just teasing the return of familiar faces. He's inviting us back into a world of rough justice, unhealed wounds, and the never-ending quest for home, one badge, one bullet, and one choice at a time.